Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wisconsin Greg Show. I had all my lights and camera and everything set up, so I figured, I'll go ahead and do another review since I got the stuff out here. And so today I'm going to do a review. It's on, not sure if I pronounced this right. You people from Germany might laugh at me, but call it the Merkur 34C-Hd. It's a two-piece safety shaver. It uses the double-edged blades, and this was the first safety shaver I ever got, and actually it's the only one, except for I just recently ordered a few older ones on the line on the internet, which I'm going to have restored. Just kind of have a little small collection, and I can play around with them and see how I like them and stuff for different models, and some of them are pretty old. So there'll be some videos coming out on that in the near future. Maybe possibly even do a shave video and see how they work. I guess I'll tell you a little bit of a story how I ended up getting to this point, to getting a shaver like this. When I was younger and first started growing whiskers and stuff, I started out with electric razors, and they just, it got kind of ridiculous. They didn't last long. The screens on them were so thin, I'd wear the screens out and then I'd have to go buy new screens for them. And I found out the screens were like just as expensive as buying a whole brand new shaver. I did that probably 2 or 3 times, 4 times. I bought some, and then I ended up getting some for Christmas presents and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. This is like ridiculous. This is a waste of money. So I ended up going to the disposables, and that got ridiculous. The prices got outrageous. They were just crazy, and they didn't last. And I wasn't real crazy about some of the cuts, how it shaved and stuff, some of them. And I just got sick of spending money on that. It's just like throwing money out the window. So I looked into getting a 2-piece shaver, and this was a highly recommended one. And I got this probably like 5 years ago, and it's actually still a very highly recommended one. It's recommended for a beginner shaver because they're not real aggressive, and that's what you need when you first start out. I'm still happy with it. I mean, I've had it for 5 years, and I have no reason to not use it. It's works great for me. I know amongst the shaving community they call it a BBS shave, which I guess it stands for baby butt smooth. I don't know if I get baby butt smooth razors or shaves, but I have to say they're pretty darn close. And I most of the time only do 2 pass because I'm usually in a rush. I shave every other day usually. Sometimes if I'm not working or something, I'll go every 3 days, but if I'm going to like a wedding or something like that, or something, going out to eat with people or something, then I'll do maybe a 3. I've never done a 4-pass shave with this. I know a lot of people do 3 and 4 times, and some people wonder, why would you do that many times? Well, you gotta kind of figure, the disposable ones, they got what, 3 or 4 or 5 blades, and they're cutting that many times with 1 pass. This has 1 blade on each side or whatever, so it's only cutting with 1 blade per pass. So in order to get, what the other ones are doing, you gotta do it like 3 or 4 times to get the same kind of a shave. And I guess that's the reason people do that. But I get a pretty darn good shave by just doing it twice, and I don't need nothing fancy, and just need it to look good, and I shave every other day, so it works out good for me. I ended up trying a bunch of different blades. It came with the Merkur blades. I myself it didn't work for me that well. I didn't care for them. I tried a bunch of other blades too. I can't remember now. This was like 5 years ago, and I just bought small packs at the time and tried them. And the ones I found out that worked the best for me in this particular razor were called Persona Platinums. They come in the red box. I think they call them Persona Reds, if I remember right. I bought I bought a whole bunch of these because they work so well, and I didn't want to be not able to get them in the future, so I bought quite a few, and they work very well, and I'm very happy with them. So I'll show you these up closer when I move the camera over here. These razors run anywhere. They're usually right around the $40 mark. I think that's approximately what I paid for it about 5 years ago, roughly in that area. They vary. I see them for 35 and I see them for like 45. So 40 is about the average, I would say. Some people don't like them because they got, I guess, short handle, they say, compared to other razors. Other razors have longer handles. And since I started out with this one, I have no problem with it. Some people say if you got bigger hands, you might not like this one, but I got big hands, but I think it's just what you get used to. I have no problem with this. I can shave real fast with it now. The first time I tried it, you know, the first couple times, I like, oh boy, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. But then once you experiment with a few different blades until you find one that works better for you, and get your technique down and stuff, because you know, the old disposables, you're kind of pressing harder on your face, so you just have to get used. These, you just gotta kind of let them glide over your face, and gotta get used to them. It takes practice, just like anything else. You can't just go out and start golfing and be an expert the first time, so kind of the same thing. So you might nick your face up a little bit, but that's where you have to take it slow. Just warning you. Take it slow, and you can save yourself a whole lot of money with these things, I'll tell you that. I don't change my blades as often as some of these people online do, or they talk like they do anyways. I don't know if they actually do, but I get pretty long. I go quite a few days before I change the blade. It saves me a lot of money. I haven't bought blades for so long, I can't remember, but compared to what I was spending on disposable razors and stuff, and screens and electric razors and stuff, saving a whole lot of money. And if you guys want to save money, I know a lot of you homesteaders and just everybody nowadays wants to save money. This is a good way to do it. I even started making my own soap for shaving soap. I'm getting low on that. I got to make some of that again. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But that lasted me, I don't know, I can't remember when I made that. I tried a bunch of different shaving soap when I first started out too. And then I ended up, I thought that was kind of expensive, and I made my own. So I might have been using the stuff I made for about 3 years now, I don't know, it might have been close to 4 years. That first batch of shaving soap made a whole bunch of bars, and or round pucks or whatever you call them. It lasted a long time, so I'm going to make another batch. So I'll bring this camera in here and give you a little bit of what it looks like up close and how it comes apart and how it is. And it's a chrome finish, I guess you call it, and it's very easy to clean. I don't have no problem with it rusting or nothing like that. I don't think there's anything much on it that could rust, maybe the threaded part. I'm guessing, I don't even know what the material that is made out of. I'm guessing brass, but I'm not sure. But I don't have no problem with anything, no chrome coming off or anything like that. It's very well built. Those Germans, I guess they know how to build stuff. So normally I like to get products made in the USA, but this was highly recommended, and I'm going to have to highly recommend it too. It's a very good razor. So I'm going to bring the camera in here closer and let you see it up close. Okay, I put a blue towel down here so it kind of shows up a little bit better. I don't know if you'll be able to see the writing on here or not because it's so shiny. It's got a little symbol on there and it says Merkur. And I can't remember what else it said. I don't know. Can't see it that good right now, but doesn't say anything under here. and it's held up very well. It's got a little bit of watermarks on there, but I don't never have no problem with it slipping out of my hands. I've never dropped it, nothing like that. The chrome's held up very well on it. It's got scallops on there and on the guard, kind of, as you can see. Some of them have what they call a comb types, and this is not the comb style. So I guess this is less aggressive, and there's probably a thinner space between the blade and the guard, making it less aggressive, which makes it a very good beginner blade. So I'll show you how this comes apart. It's very simple. You just loosen the knob at the end of the handle, and the top part comes right off just like that. And I'll show you one other thing. This is considered a two-piece razor. Set this down. And then to clean it, I didn't even know this till pretty recently, that this back part, you just pull this out and you can take this part out and clean the inside and everything, and put a little bit of mineral oil on the threads, and then there's a little ring right here you just squeeze together when you put it back together, and then you just push it right in. So it's very easy to take care of and clean. Show you this. Very solid and very well built. I have never dropped it, but I think if I did drop it, I don't think it would hurt it much. So let me get the blades here, and I'll show you. These are the blades that I like. These have worked the best for me. And I can't remember, I got them online somewhere. I can't remember exactly right now. It's been a long time ago since I bought these. So I'm going to take one of these blades out of here and open it up. Show you the wrapper here. So I'm going to take this. Kind of hard to do here on camera. And just take this part right here and just drop that right on there. Put that in there and screw this up snug. Then you always make sure that your blade is in there evenly. I don't never have a problem with that. It usually always goes in pretty even. And then snug it up. And that's all it is to changing the blades. So it's very simple, very easy to maintain. I will sometimes put a little bit of, just a drop of oil on the threads, and maybe like right around where that ring slides in there. I'll use like either mineral oil or even olive oil or something like that. Just a drop, that's all you need. So I'll bring the scale out here and I'll show you what it weighs. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but I'll tell you what it says. Here, I think you can see it. 78 grams. or I'll take this off and change it to ounces. Or it says 2.8 ounces. That's what I'm coming up with my scale. My scale could be off a tiny bit, but that's what my scale is showing. So, in case any of you wanted to know that. And I'll bring this back over here again. And show you the pretty roughly the total length is just a hair over 3 inches. So I think it's about almost 3 1/4, right in that area. Show you the width of it. And that's just over 1 1/2, so about 1 5/8. So, oops, I'll get you in the camera here. So about 1 5/8, I'm saying. Alright, that's pretty much going to wrap this review up. I've had it about 5 years and I just wanted to share my experience with it. I'm very happy with the Merkur 34C. Sometimes they refer to it as HD, heavy duty. So if you want to get into the wet shaving, trying wet shaving, I would highly recommend this razor. And don't be disappointed if you cut yourself a few times. Just take it slow. It took me a little while to get used to it, and but before you know it, you'll be whizzing through it and shaving in no time at all. So I highly recommend it. I give the Merkur 34C-Hd razor a big thumbs up. I think they did a good job on designing it and making it where it's very easy to service and to keep clean and last a long time. The chrome is holding up very well on it and everything, so I ain't got no complaints. That's a good thing. It's not made in the USA, but it's a good product, so I have to give the Germans credit. So good job there. Keep an eye on. I'll probably be having some more shaving videos. Like I did mention, I did buy a few used razors and I haven't received them yet. I'm going to have some of them restored and want to try them out. Some of them are from the 50s and 60s, and it'll be kind of interesting to see how they are, and have a little collection of razors in my bathroom hanging on the wall. So thanks for watching this. If you got any questions, I'll try to answer them. Like I said, I'm not a razor expert or shaving expert, but I just wanted to share my experience with this particular razor, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll catch you all later. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye now.